By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievement being celebrated on this occasion. You may be seated. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I will repeat. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. That is better. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a dream, but I'm not Martin Luther King. In my previous life, I was a pastor, man of God, but not the major one from Malawi. And I presided over many funerals. So forgive me tonight if you hear me saying rest in peace. I would in fact wanting to be saying congratulations. These graduandi and diplomandi used to write essays and assignments. Now, after graduating, they will be writing grocery lists with citations. Ladies and gentlemen, I am both humbled and elevated by the honor and privilege to welcome you on behalf of the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, and the Vice Chancellor, Professor Buleleng Ngabula, to this graduation ceremony this evening. Indeed, you are welcome to the University of South Africa, the University of the Land, which is situated at the summit of the Mackleneck Hill. And it is one of those recognizable landmarks that welcomes visitors to the Jacaranda city from the site of Johannesburg via the Ben Schoeman Highway or OR Tambo International Airport. And when you approach Pretoria from that side, you may mistake the University of the Land for a spaceship that is about to land, with extraterrestrials to invade the city of Tshwane or even the country. Wait a minute. Although scientists have discovered that 99% of those who are told to hold their horses do in fact do not have horses. I'm saying hold your horses. And in the arts, there are various ways to capture a moment in time and space. Some capture it in movement, others in words, the wordsmith, some in sound, and others in brush strokes. And in Africa, wisdom wears many faces. Sometimes it comes dressed in humor, and other times it walks barefoot through the struggle of life. And where I come from, they say, Motsumi ga alapi. I really don't know what it means. But those who know, especially Wanababumma, can translate it for their neighbors. But it may mean die jachter raak nie moeg nie. En as die jachter deur die skilpad uitgehardloop of gewen word, beteken dit hy is besig om die ander een te slag. That is what it means. I don't know. Those who can speak Afrikaans can translate to their neighbors. But it is kolofisi mositla. Graduandi and diplomandi know very well that however long the night, the dawn will break. You know very well. The do not sit and wait for miracles as if heaven runs delivery service. They know that faith without works is dead. You can't be lazy and expect divine favor to flow through a locked door. Even the manna that fell from heaven didn't land in people's mouths. They had to go out and gather it. Indeed, life doesn't bend for the idle. The heavens themselves respond only to motion. God opens the sea, yes, but you must stretch the staff like Moses. In the African world, no creature survives by waiting. Ants march, birds rise early, and rivers flow. Only stagnant water stings. We all know that. And a chameleon that wants to survive a burning bush must abandon the majestic walk of its ancestors. Otherwise, it will die in the fire. This proverb means that survival sometimes requires change. A chameleon is known for its calm, majestic, and slow movements. But when its environment turns dangerous, like a burning bush, sticking to tradition or pride can lead to distraction. In essence, it teaches that in time of crisis or change, one must adapt quickly, abandon old habits, and adjust to new realities to survive or succeed. Otherwise, in the verbosity of the 4IR and artificial intelligence, if we don't adapt, we will forever play catch-up. Bagologolo ba boletse gore kolobe ya leshala morago mampia a e gobela. Ka nnete maruru maeba, ngwana moshala morago bo mmae ba loya. So if we play catch-up, it means bo mmao ba loya. Wisdom lies in flexibility and not stubbornness. Even if the ways of your ancestors or mentors were once great, they might not fit today's challenge. We are reminded that holding too tight to outdated tradition can be dangerous. Sometimes you must let go of pride and move directly and differently to stay alive, relevant, or successful in a changing world. African wisdom echoes the same truth. Our ancestors knew it too. They talked about the illusion of waiting. Many people waste years saying, when the time is right, I will register for that qualification. But the time will never be perfect. Waiting for perfect condition is waiting for permission to fail. I also don't know what it means. But life rewards those who start moving, even when scared, uncertain, or broke. Remember, Samson ran to Goliath. David killed the lion. No. David ran towards Goliath, not away from him. And if you want change, run towards your fear. We should stop blaming our backgrounds, our past, and our pain. The Queen of Country Music reminds us that in her sweet, serenading melody that take my hand and run with me out of the past called yesterday, and walk with me into the future of tomorrow. Yesterday must be forgotten, no looking back no matter what. There's nothing there but memories. I could have sung the lyrics to make it easier for you to understand, but you might thought I'm crying and advise me not to quit my daily job because I'm a terrible singer. Let me not derail by the sweet melody of Dolly Parton. For yesterday, today, and tomorrow, the time is always now. Now it is the time to plant a new tree again. Because the best time was when you register for the qualification. This is the second best time. And as Kiam Patela would say in down 2nd Avenue, memory serves as an ornamental lace to what it is, lingering memory of what might have been. Indeed, every step forward, no matter how small, sends a signal to heaven. When you move, doors open. But as long as you sit still, heaven watches in silence. Some things will never move in your favor until you make a move. Your destiny is calling you, but it is not coming to you. Sliding doors stay closed until human being makes a move. They then slide open only for the human who is moving. The certificate that you are getting today will be your sliding door. It is made out of glass so you can see through to the other side. Destiny, success, and promised land. It will stay closed until you make a move. The academics here will only show you the door. You are the one who has to walk through it. And as you walk through it, you have to be like a proverbial shepherd who opens the kraal and the sheep follow to the graceland. When you were studying that qualification and that PhD, you were thrown in the deep, often feeling alone because of the nature of our university. If you think swimming with dolphins is expensive, try swimming with sharks. It costs an arm and a leg. As we express our gratitude tonight, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Tonight, it is time to honor your hard work, dedication, and the significant milestones of completing your studies. As I conclude my welcome address, where I come from, they say, Moeng aduta letsogo ga a jesa molemi. I don't know what it means. And when they say that, we respond by saying that we will make sure that moeng ga a bone kgwedi. Polelo ya bommae bothata wa nkwishisha mose. Dear graduate and diplomandi, I am not alone tonight. I am with those who represent those who guided you throughout your studies. And from representing the Office of the Registrar, we have Ms. N.M. Kuboni, and we also have Mr. F.M. Siveko, who is the Executive Director of Facilities Management. From the College of Law, we have Dr. T. Dingoveni, Dr. J.M.C. Mutitswe. From the College of Human Sciences, we have Dr. N.E. Litswalo and Professor B. Onyancha. College of Economic and Management Sciences, Dr. N.M. Mago and Professor N.H. Manchidi. College of Education, Professor P.K. Mudau and Professor M.J. Taule, Dr. J.G.K.B. Gomba. We also have our organist, Mr. Leon Khreiling, and tonight the Chancellor's address will be delivered by Professor K. Sevna Rayan. And we are having the PhDs, of course, with the red gowns. I'm interested in this red gown. We have S. Ibrahim, T.C. Muchena, L. Chindonga, R. J. M. A. Dos Santos, J. Fori, L. W. Longwe, M. J. Mzizi, T. P. Oware, and G. C. Rocheman. Of course, they are also accompanied by their supervisors. Ladies and gentlemen, as I take a leave from the podium, I'm saying enjoy this moment. Ululate if you can, but there is no award for the chant that lasts long during this ceremony. I am now going to request Professor K. Sevna Rayan to deliver the Chancellor's address.
To the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki, in absentia. The Principal and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabula, in absentia. The Acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ngwepe, members of the UNISA Council, the Management Committee and Extended Management Committee, members of staff, parents, and family members, esteemed guests, and of course, our dear graduates of 2025. Dumelang. Sanibonani. Goeieaand. Good evening. Great. My name is Professor Kashni Sevnarayan. It is a humbling and joyous privilege to stand before you as we gather to celebrate the remarkable achievements of those who refuse to be defined by circumstance, but chose instead to be shaped by purpose. Let me begin with the words of Steve Biko. The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. And so, graduates, your degree is more than just a credential. It is an act of liberation, because the most liberating force is an educated mind that dares to think for itself. Today, we honor not just degrees earned, but fires ignited in yourselves, in your families, in your communities, in UNISA, in South Africa, and across our beloved Africa. Look at you. You didn't just survive distance learning, you've mastered it. While others needed lecture halls, you turned to kitchens, taxis, and midnight corners into classrooms. While others leaned on campus buzz, you leaned on discipline, data bundles, and sheer will, and still, you thrived. Many years ago, I walked a path not unlike yours, my heart pounding with that same mix of hope and uncertainty. I too carried the weight of responsibility to my family, to my future, to the quiet voice inside me that whispered, "You belong here." And like you, I knew what it meant to persist when no one was watching. I was goal-oriented, yes, but that did not shield me from doubt, from naysayers, or from the exhaustion of trying to do it all. But I kept driving, not because the road was smooth, but because I believed in the destination. Yet, here I stand, a professor in the College of Human Sciences, chair of Department of English Studies, and now addressing you on behalf of our Chancellor. Your dreams are not too big. Your struggles are not in vain, and your future is not out of reach. Now, before I go further, I want you to do something rare in a ceremony like this. Pause. Not just with your body, but with your mind, because what you've done deserves more than applause, it deserves reflection. So, close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and let it out. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a car, but not an ordinary one. It is a body. Its body is forged from every late-night page you've turned, every assignment you've revised, every time you chose study over sleep. Its windows are made of your resilience, clear, strong, and unbroken. Step inside that car. Feel the worn seat beneath you, the same one you occupied during load shedding, by phone light, where your heart raced before a deadline. The dashboard shows your fuel gauge full with purpose. The GPS signals to your future destination. In the rearview mirror, you see the wake of your journey, the lecturers who've been supporting you, the moment you almost quit, the quiet faith of those who believed in you. Now turn the key. Hear that. That's not just an engine starting. It's your degree, your voice, your power igniting. Hold this feeling. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome back, graduates. Repeat after me. I am worthy of this degree. I am more than my struggle. I am the author of my future. And now carry that fire with you. And now let me turn to those who help keep that flame alive. To the parents, guardians, and families here today. You are the unseen scaffolding of this achievement. May you feel today the weight of your worth. Your love has not shaped a graduate, it has shaped a future. I look at you in your regalia, and I stand in awe. You're not just graduates, you are the architects of tomorrow's world. Let me be clear, AI literacy is no longer a technical skill. It is a scholarly duty. I have seen it in the modules I teach, where students draft essays with AI, they use AI to summarize their readings, and even use AI to write assessments. It promises ease, but at what cost? Because when you let a machine write your thoughts for you, you risk losing more than originality. You risk losing your intellectual self. So I ask you, if AI writes your essay, who is the author, you or the algorithm? AI literacy means that AI is not your author. It is your collaborator, your assistant. And in our African context, that means writing with purpose, reclaiming our narratives, and letting African epistemologies guide what we say and how we say it. And that brings me to your next challenge, adaptability. The world you graduate into will change faster than any curriculum can keep up with. Jobs will vanish, new ones will emerge, and you're not just entering a workforce, you are stepping into the heart of Education 5.0, a world where knowledge serves humanity, innovation uplifts communities, and your voice helps build the Africa we deserve. So lead with wisdom, ethics, and courage. As a scholar of digital literacies, I see in you the living embodiment of UNISA's vision, a bridge between African wisdom and global innovation. We stand at the cusp of the fifth industrial revolution. It's not just a tech shift, but a redefinition of what it means to be human. The question we pose to you, graduate, is this: will you use your degree to repeat the world as is, or will you use it to write the world as it ought to be? As you celebrate this milestone, remember that learning never truly ends. You may feel a sense of completion today, but this is only the prologue. Dear graduate, you stand at the intersection of legacy and possibility. Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon with which you can use to change the world." And Maya Angelou reminded us, do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. You know better now, so go and do better. And as you do, remember the wisdom of Ubuntu. I am because we are. Your success is never yours alone. And your responsibility is not just to yourself, but to the community that made you and the future that needs you. Make UNISA proud, make Africa proud, make your future self proud. Congratulations, class of 2025. May God bless you, guide you, keep you ever curious, ever courageous, and ever true to your purpose. I thank you.
Professor Sevnarayan is reminding us that our struggle were not in vain when we were studying through UNISA, and your career now is within reach. Let us give a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. And if your phone is not compatible to AI and it is powered by paraffin, please switch it off. And by virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appears in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Sabir Ibrahim for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor Ndlovu, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. I have to take that up by myself, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor. In his thesis entitled Liberal Post-Conflict Peace Building in South Sudan from 2005 to 2021, a critique and alternative model, he assessed the viability and effectiveness of liberal post-conflict interventions in achieving sustainable peace in South Sudan. He makes a valuable contribution to the body of knowledge in the field of development studies by proposing a people-centered approach to the question of sustainable peace building. The proposed model represents a decolonial turn away from the historical state-centered interventions to reconstituting the hidden people of South Sudan as the authentic voice in peace building. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I now have the honor to request you to confer on Sabir Ibrahim the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Sabir Ibrahim.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Tambawoga Criswell Muchena for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Dr. Ferris, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis titled A Multisemiotic Discourse Analysis and Appraisal of the Representation of Professor Jonathan Moyo in 4 Zimbabwean newspapers from 2000 to 2018, he examined how one politician, Jonathan Moyo, was depicted in newspaper coverage over an 18-year span. While existing literature has already established the presence of bias in journalistic writing across various dimensions, the current study aims to explore this bias in a narrowly defined context, where 2 types of newspapers track one politician's fluctuating political alliances, spanning from a prominent member of the ZANU-PF party to ostracism from it. The compelling inquiry is whether these newspapers will indeed alter their representations in response to his changing status within the political landscape.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, it is now my honor to request you to confer on Tambawoga Criswell Muchena the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Tambawoga Criswell Muchena.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Lynette Chidonga for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Dr. K. Chodokufa, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled Macro Environment plus Entrepreneurial Characteristics, Effect on Establishment, Growth, and Sustainability of SMMEs in the Eastern Cape Province, she empirically demonstrated, she empirically demonstrated the effect of macro-environmental factors and entrepreneurial characteristics on the establishment, growth, and sustainability of SMMEs and their impact on employment creation. Her findings revealed that entrepreneurial characteristics significantly influence early-stage development, while SMME growth stage is significantly influenced by macro-environmental factors. While employment increased the growth stage, and minimal employment taking place in the sustainability stage, leading to a significant contribution demonstrating the need for stage-specific SMME support to ensure economic growth.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Lynette Chidonga the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Lynette Chidonga.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Rocha Judith Maria Amalia dos Santos for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor C. Van Zyl, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled A Framework for Attracting Investment in Rail Infrastructure Development Through Public-Private Partnerships in South Africa, she addresses a topic of national significance. Employing a mixed method design, the study identifies challenges such as weak regulation and underinvestment, while proposing a novel framework fostering collaboration between the public and private sectors. The work is both theoretically rigorous and practically relevant, advancing scholarship in infrastructure development by offering actionable strategies to revitalize the South African freight rail system. She makes a substantial contribution to the field of transport economics by presenting a framework to enhance rail infrastructure, supporting economic growth. Her co-supervisor was Professor Marcus Ambi.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer Rocha Judith Maria Amalia dos Santos the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Rocha Judith Maria Amelia dos Santos. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Jacobus Fourie for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor H.A. Barnard, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled The Value of a GIM-informed music and art-based stress management intervention, a qualitative case study in a higher education work context, he addresses the pressing challenge of employee stress in higher education. Drawing on neuroscience, psychodynamics, and theories of stress and coping, he investigates the potential of a GIM-informed music and art-based intervention to strengthen stress management capacity. Through a hermeneutic phenomenological case study and interpretive phenomenological analysis, he shows how these creative modalities foster coping, resilience, and meaning-making. His findings offer significant theoretical and practical contributions to employee well-being in demanding academic institutions.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Jacobus Fourie the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Jacobus Fourie. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Leni Winja Nyakawawa Longwe for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor R.A. Arekbeshler, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. In his absence, I shall proceed to read the citation. In a thesis entitled Impact of Corporate Culture on Performance on Multinational Corporation in Zambia, she evaluated corporate performance indicators of MNCs hosted in Zambia through cultural indicators, including language, religion, and cultural values nexus. Corporate performance were measured through downward, stopped or upward production time using various statistical approaches. The study found that cultural nuances play a pivotal role in both corporate and interpersonal relationship of employees, ultimately affecting their contribution to the performance of the sampled MNCs. It is suggested that the management of culturally diversified organizations should be intentional about embracing and managing cultural diversity for optimal productivity. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Leni Winja Nyakawawa Longwe the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Leni Winja Nyakawawa Longwe.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Marwala Johannes Mzizi for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Dr. E. Esterhazen, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled Assessment of Pre-Employment, Health, Surveillance, Impartiality towards all genders in a petrochemical and mining company in the Mpumalanga province, he assessed the impartiality of physical and functional work capacity tests across genders. Using a mixed method approach, results showed both tests favors males, but fitness, especially resting heart rate, was the key factor in success. PwC tests aligned with job demands and helped prevent injuries. The study contributes to understanding gender bias in industrial physical standards and recommends changes to improve fairness beyond traditionally studied sectors like military and emergency services. The co-supervisor was Dr. C.L. Rylander.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Marwala Johannes Mzizi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Marwala Johannes Mzizi. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Terefu Poshia Oware for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor C. Allers, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity. In her thesis entitled Implementation of Mining Resettlement Policies, a Case in Ghana, Portia Oware Twerefu critically investigates how public resettlement policies affecting multinational mining companies influence the livelihood dynamics of affected communities. Using a mixed method approach, she demonstrates that while compensation frameworks are generally followed, weaknesses in legal frameworks and decision-making processes undermine long-term community survival. Her findings highlight the socio-economic challenges of resettlement, including poverty, unemployment, and disrupted education. She makes a valuable contribution by recommended policy reforms and advocating for alternative livelihood programs aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Twerefu Poshia Oware the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Twerefu Poshia Oware.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Gail Cynthia Rongeman for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor H. Barnard, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled Effective Team Functioning in Complex Environments Informed by a Depth Psychology Perspective, a case study inquiry, she uncovers a way to address the challenges of team functioning in the complexity of the 21st century workplace. Using a rich interpretivist methodology and hermeneutic phenomenological case study, she brings together depth psychology and systemic thinking to synthesize 6 interrelated factors vital for effective team functioning. The study presents meaningful theoretical propositions on effective functioning and systemic complexity in the field of consulting psychology. Findings provide practical guidance for team coaching, empowering teams to navigate uncertainty, paradox, and disruption with greater resilience.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Gail Cynthia Rocheman the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Gail Cynthia Rocheman.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Master of Commerce. Julian Gerard Albin. Deidre Lucille Claassen, degree obtained with distinction. Carol Mabunda. Carol? Fabrice Mulu. Joyce Rosta Nkosi. Tehetena Bohale Yegeremu. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Vusi Mtungwa receives the degree Master of Public Administration.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tulani Siyabulela Desmond Skosana receives the degree of Master of Arts. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Josephine Mulatilo Mutau receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honors. Palesa Batwali. Bronwyn Winona Isaacs. Hlonipani Malinga. Kenzani Ntlamulo Masango. Temur Farai Mbizo. Thabo Nkweng. Itumeleng Rasial. Nolwazi Shabangu. Zama Zondi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Mpo Gift Mnizi. Akona Ndlazi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, The following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Tato Hatsi Agrineth Daniels. Simbarashe Lincoln Mandizonza. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Kribashni Naidu. Hilda Chitiu. Ngele Nolite Hlongwane. Londiwe Mtlai. Nomandla Melody Mkwabe. Sarah Mpho Mudiba. Collins Moyo. Kwena Sehada. Lerato Aida Sivia.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Laws in the College of Law. Nelam Demagwe. Randall James Johnson, the degree was obtained with distinction. Nomzamo Wendy Mabena. Alwan Makushu. Samuel Masumbuka. Mudise Max Tepang Masupa. Simo Mbili. Haopulale Murena Mufukeng. Ramushiti Dleit Makule. Shaida Muhadi Marumo. Octavia Nelisiwe Mukonene. Lerato Vusimusi Nhlahla Msimbi. Mpuame Geli Munyai. Lucy Kadimeng. Lazarus Mkhadima. Namtla Nanyao. Lebogang Christina Silepe. Zanele Nokwanda Sithole. Tsepo Calvin Songo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Law. Palesa Kapa. Giselle Storm Lerox, the degree was obtained with distinction. Tangalani Tesia Mabunda. Loshonolo Endri Malope. Luande Nozipo Kahiso Mashiho. Veronica Masumbuka. Lebogang Muhobu. Penelope Nohlahla Ngobeni. Fairhope Gugu Pakati.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Mponya Nahomu receives the degree Bachelor of Information Science. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nolubabalo Pama receives the degree Bachelor of Nursing Science. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree Bachelor of Arts in the College of Human Sciences. Rees Tatam Agalas. Shane Kotze. Tristan Chelsea Crawford. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Ruth Nomhle Ketiwe Dlamini obtained the degree with distinction. Tsakani Melta Maluleke. James Freddy Masumbuka. Ntlakani Po Mbata. Kanya Mohabi. Catherine Muloisani. Kutlwano Kiamohetswe Munama. Christabel Lori Nokukanya Mtsweni. Ramadi Meja Jacobeth Ngale. Vuyiswa Nzima. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Kaylen Pillay obtained the degree with distinction. Kiran N. Reed. Benjamin Peter Shemeyer. Amara Bam. Vuyo Bosch. Thabo Sipho Dliwayo. Junior Coleman Dube. Zintle Valerie Dube. Tiro Ganta Alexandra Fallet. Tumisho Matikele Maholwana. Salamina Dikeledi Lopeng. Olianda Ntombientle Mahlangu. Tumelo Makeke. Tulisile Makubu. Tokolo Malachi. Constance Dineo Mangena. Constance Dineo Mangena. Palesa Evidence Mapakela. Buitepo Faith Mashetla. Itumeleng Mampuru Masimini. Mbalentle Nokutula Masuku. Mbangiseni Ashley Mataba. Temba Surprise Matebula. Bukudo Goodness Matiza. Tiero Innocentia Matila. Tukologo Eunice Machipa. Akona Mkachwa. Standiwe Busisiwe Mkize. Khaurelo Mndebele. Perseverance Khomotso Mokoena. Dimpo Mahwale Munaiwa. Koketso Karabo Mutobi. Eunice Nomsa Msiza. Franz Nkomo. Daphne Nyati. Tina Pakati. Morongwa Alicia Pukubye. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Jan Combrink Pretorius obtained the degree with distinction. Veronica Malefo Raletsemo. Tendo Emmanuel Rabudzulo. Chandra Ruth. Rushante Roy. Nkululeko Sangweni. Maleshonolo Prideworth Siema. Susan Neo Sishibe. Katlego Tereki. Stembile Xoliswa Tukwane. Lisedi Hamilton Tlakula. Hebron Ndumiso Ubombo. Flora Zwane.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received their postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Maitele Lorraine Funzani. Sumaya Naguja. Innocentia Tabelo Raluombe.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, JDN Raymond Arendt obtained the diploma with distinction. Nontethelelo Sharon Bekebu. Refilwe Caroline Tlabela. Palesa Nontobeko Kanye. Lesero Beauty Lintwe. Khaurelo Ramukoni Mabusela. Nontlantla Nonkululeko Mahlaule. Abigail Makofane. Karabo Angel Maponya. Mbali Maseko. Tandi Mashele. Evelyn Mboko. Portia Retabile Moloi. Tsepiso Mungalo. Matapelo Mushweshwe. Zandile Defnim Tombeni. Matata Matthews Nkumani. Kevin Tsiamo Ramokwase. Sarah Devnisi Kula. Freddy Obakeng Sono. Geraldine Ponero Tailani. Nonhlanhla Fortunate Chabangu. Ufentse Tswane. Simangele Kulu.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Rorisang Apane. Nkateko Paula Baloyi. Retabile Bambo. Mantsane Rus Khashane. Khafane. Maria Magdalene Junis. Sekesa Titen Kali. Tabang Khape. Pichunia Matobolo Hosia Dira. Hidiketi Makati Koza. Ana Kumalo. Sobo Tolerant Mabasa. Nombushe Mabena. Utomu Veronica Mabunda. Secretary Simon Maumane. Kiki Makubele. Francina Malibana. Masati Gidur Mapuri. Lina Sesi Masinga. Yolanda Masumbuka. Sifotle Brian Matebe. Ntako Ernest Mabunda. Andi Swa Zakita Mbata. Ngobile Ndawonde. Constance Litole. Lindiwe Petronel Mkatwa. Zanel Bridget Mkatwa. Zinhle Mnisi. Muikets Mfukeng. Ishmael Timane Musu. Rina Sarah Ndlovu. Musibudi Kendi Nwako. Tembisile Immaculate Ngobo. Ayanda Agnet Ngwenya. Tandi Ngwenya. Ngobile Paulette Ngwezi. Samkelo Samanda Sapo. The diploma was obtained with distinction. Neliswa Jennifer Kambide. Ntokozo Pel Nkosi. Poshia Nomsan Tuli. Ntokozo Gichiman Zima. Tumelo Pata Musaka. Huitsi Mudimo Ramusipile. Rosanne Cameroon Rapalalane. Maduhopo Lucia Rapura. Lindiwe Mbali Skosana. Sinazo Soyeza. Carol Zandile Tiko.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Eugene Kopjani Makaila. Munabo Ellen Margaret Malachi. Maloche Abraham Makala. Tabang Simon Munyela. Pikela Slaluke.
Let us give them a round of applause. That award for the shortest chant goes to the one who was saying, "Uthole distinction kanjani Jan." It was short and sweet. I think he was referring to Jan Kombrek Pretorius. Let us give him a round of applause. I also got the signal from Mama, and he says they've made it. And we rolled the red carpet for them, but the stage felt longer than my entire senior year. I swear you would say that the late President Mandela had some of our graduandi and diplomandi in mind when he wrote A Long Walk to Freedom. But I must admit that others were faster than Kasongo. They wanted to really get that certificate. Graduandi and diplomandi, knock knock. Cram all night and still made it, and tonight I'm graduating. And let us confuse them. Turn it in. FI concession. Moodle. It looks like you are not with me. It looks like you did not graduate from UNIS. But I'm told that sharing is caring. But Nando says it emphasizes that self-care is important. Hence, you should get yourself a half chicken and chips. Utule utitu. That's what Nando's is saying, it's not me. So you should also get a UNISA qualification and make a noise. But I'm more interested in the red gown. I want to be like them when I grow up. Or in my next life. Remember, in my previous life, I was the man of God. So in the next life, I will be like them. So as we celebrate tonight, let me start by congratulating the supervisors for the red gowns. Dr. Ferris, Professor Chodoguva, Professor Van Zyl, Professor Barnard, Tams 2, Dr. Esther Hizen, and Professor Alice. Let us give them a round of applause. And now I'm going to ask the people who are wearing the red gown to stand up. It's Dr. Ibrahim, Dr. Muchena, Dr. Chindonga, Dr. Dos Santos, Dr. Fori, Dr. Longwe, Dr. Mzizi, Dr. Owari, Dr. Rocheman. As they are celebrating tonight with the red gown, they remind me of two guys who walked into the bar to celebrate. They tell the bartender that the drinks for everyone tonight is on us. The bartender asks, what is the special? What is a special occasion? The two gentlemen say, we just finished a parcel in 6 months. The bartender says, 6 months, that is a long time. The two gentlemen reply, on the side of the box it says 2 to 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard that a PhD takes 4 years to complete, but the first 5 years are very difficult. Let us give them a round of applause. You may be seated. You know, you can't make people with PhD to stand for a long time. Now I'll focus to et al. Et al. You know, in the citation we say et al. So that you be like them also when you grow up. Can you please stand up and take out your certificate and wave it to the people who accompanied you here tonight? Thank you. So you see, et al. Is not taking the instruction very well. Some were sitting down, some didn't take out the certificate. It is going to be a long walk to the red gown. But you have heard that the sky is the limit, ne? Yes. The sky is not the limit. It is, that is the motto of Mamelodi Sundowns. The limit is in yourself. So you should register more to get that red gown. Dr. Lizolo here is asking me, why am I talking about Sundowns only? Only if he knew that there is a new proverb entry in the paremiology book which says, my problems are bigger than those of Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates combined. Events like these ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, have the power to transform, to inspire, and to motivate, unlike any other event. So if you are not inspired, you are going to expire. No hardship lasts forever. This is what we get from tonight. And tonight, the tussle is worth the hustle. I hope we are all inspired and we are going to register for the second degree. And you should respect the work you do, the field you are in, but most importantly, you must have fun. Look into the mirror tonight and say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? The mirror will say, it is you, the graduate. The phrase mirror, mirror on the wall is a misremembered line from the Disney movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Makamba natinzwalo, tselani le magema. The phrase is often associated with the idea of self-reflection and quest for external validation, often in the context of beauty and success. It is also used in home decor, particularly in hallways where mirrors can create a sense of space and light. Mirrors, with their ability to reflect and distort reality, have long held a captivating allure of the world. Mirror serves as a powerful symbol, offering a glimpse into the depths of human psyche, exploring themes of identity, self-perception, and the illustration of reality. It represents the duality of human nature, the struggle between the conscious and subconscious, and the fragility of identity. It is a world within a world. Those who hear and don't act are like those who glance in the mirror, walk away, and 2 minutes later have no idea who they are, what they look like. James 1, verse 23. I didn't hear any amen. Seek not just a degree or diploma, but knowledge. It is now that time when I should ask the diplomandi and the graduandi, just like the professor who delivered the Chancellor's address tonight, Professor Sevna Rayan, who was asking you to repeat after her. So I'm going to ask the diplomandi and the graduandi whether they take UNISA to be their alma mater to have and to hold from this day forward. and promise to honor and cherish and respect as long as you both shall live. If yes, repeat after me. I, the bona fide student of UNISA, take UNISA to be my alma mater. I promise to post positive stories about my alma mater and contribute towards the tuition of future students. Cherish the University of the Land in good times and in bad times, in sickness and in health, for richer or poor, and forsaking all other universities. And keep myself only unto UNISA, for as long as I'm studying, I will study with UNISA. This is a match made in heaven. You know, as UNISA is now your alma mater, there is no divorce. It goes that what is bound here on earth is also bound in heaven. Till death do us part, because UNISA will forever be your alma mater, and you will be its alumni. We have created a permanent covenant tonight. And those who are not part of us, if they are not part of us, tell them to forever hold their peace. Graduandi and diplomandi, we thank you for choosing the university that shapes futures in service of humanity. We also thank you for all of you for gracing this occasion tonight. All good things come to an end. Our flight is coming to an end as the cabin crew is preparing the cabin for landing. It is Monday and it is raining. And beware of the overhead compartments as the luggage might have shifted during the flight. My mentor tells me that a bird sings not because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. That is our story. That is our songs. You can give me a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you have graduated, you have become part of the UNISA alumni. You are now part of the illustrious circle of excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things you can do to help shape the future in service of humanity. You can become an e-tutor, continue your lifelong journey with the College of Graduate Studies and produce knowledge that will help societies. And lastly, you can donate. Donate so that others, children can also study and be like you. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 24 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. You may stand. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.